Hello lads, welcome back to another episode of the ShiteTalk podcast. Here, the first podcast of 2023. And before we get into the actual details of the podcast, we had a package arrive today that I would like to showcase to Mr. Grievach. Okay, so we were actually just talking about Pokemon before... oh god, I've just been handed it by Danny behind the camera. Before we started recording here, we were talking about Pokemon, specifically the new games. Grievach has got a funny story to tell about that now, actually, about something that he has. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mr. Grievach.
I'm nervous.
Today we got the official Pokemon cookbook.
No, stop.
Yeah.
No way.
Now, I know what you're thinking, Aaron. What the fuck's wrong with you? And you know, we had, eyebrows raised by certain people in the house for purchasing this piece of merchandise. This is not sponsored, by the way. I fucking wish it was. This book, okay, is filled with recipes that all have a bit of a Pokemon twist to them, okay? So it goes all the way up through the different regions, okay? So
no way.
We'll open it up here, and we were actually thinking this might be the start of a little shorts/TikTok series where we go through all of these little dishes. Now, when we first purchased this, I thought it was specifically and only kind of like bacon stuff.
Yeah,
like
it looked like it.
However, you actually have full-on meals in here that all have a bit of a Pokemon twist in them. So we have, open up here, what page are we on? Okay, they're not numbered, but it's okay. Pokeball, Poke Bowls. Okay,
are they fruit bowls?
So there's like rice there and sushi and fish and other little bits and pieces.
Holy shit!
Fish might not be your cup of tea. I know it's not mine. So
it's not. I wouldn't be a massive fan of it.
But anyway, if you like fish, it's there. So starting off with the Kanto region. The first dish is the Charizard spicy arrabbiata. Now I don't know what an arrabbiata is, but it looks fucking good.
It looks like a bolognese.
It's like a bolognese. It does look like a bolognese. It's got kind of like spaghetti in there. So yeah, that's like a full-on fucking dinner in there, recipe and all. Pikachu lemon tarts. Now this is kind of what I was thinking, more on the lines of what we were going to get. So basically, yeah, it goes all the way up through all the different regions.
Can I just ask?
You can take a little read of that if you want.
What?
It's. I think Danny's seen it on TikTok.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, because like, where would you even find this? I suppose
I saw someone doing it on TikTok. And
that is legit.
And literally, my first idea was shorts for Aaron.
Shorts and TikToks. Yeah. Honestly,
I saw that. I was like, Aaron would make a bomb.
Yeah.
Aaron would make serious stuff.
There is content there to get you through all the way to 2024. Probably. Do you know what I mean?
If as far as not the newest game, Sword and Shield.
Galar, yeah. It goes all the way
my
up.
god! Eggplant parmesan.
Incineroar, is it?
I don't know. Yes, Incineroar. Thank you. Wow. Holy crap. That's actually the one I was looking at in the book. I thought, right, I'll be honest, when I first seen it, I thought it was like food, but it was designed to look like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
So my initial thought was, what fucking Pokemon looks like that?
Yeah.
Me being an idiot.
I think it's like 50-50. Some of them actually look like them and some of them don't.
Some of them just
they're
have like a bit
teamed
of
off
a
it.
twist.
Yeah.
That one
Oh
looks
my
like his
god.
layers.
Oh, that looks amazing.
So that's like a pudding or like a
Parfait.
Yeah, like the different layers.
Oh, sweet mother of God.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
How sick is that?
Oh wow. I am getting hungry.
So you got. I just seen the Daramaka tomato soup. How fucking sick does that look?
That looks nice. What is in that? Cheddar. Oh.
So it's like little blocks of cheese and stuff, is it?
Oh yes.
Again, I haven't really read it. It literally arrived on the doorstep today.
Do you know what's so funny? This just reminds me of how like shit I am at cooking. Like my god. Oh, them feckin' monkeys. The monkeys. Blackberry ice cream. Is that homemade ice cream? No way.
Yeah.
What?
Man, it's unbelievable.
Aaron, there's so much in here.
Yeah.
Weevil ice pops.
There is so much. Literally, it completely blew my expectations out of the water. Because I initially, like I said, thought it was like a couple of like bacon recipes and the like. But no, it's a full-on cookbook with like recipes that you can scran for your dinner. You know, it's just banging.
I'm baffled by this, but baffled in a good way. Like, maybe not baffled, curious. Like it's just like
that is what I saw on TikTok. That's someone making.
Yes,
those.
so they're the Drifloon marshmallows.
They're marshmallows.
Yeah.
What?
Man, he's loving it. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe
I feel like such a child. This is so sick.
They're like Combi like honey biscuits or something along those lines, isn't it?
God.
Man,
Oh my god.
I'm telling
There's
you.
difficulty. What's one of the hardest things we can make? I got to see it.
I'm sure it's probably one of the full-on dinners rather than like
it's
the
got to be
biscuits
like there's got to be like a, like this. They go in dots of 4. I'm reckon there's got to be like a hidden 6th one where it's just like that's 3. That looks
Ramen.
ramen. I don't know.
And do you know what? It's not even like you're kind of run-of-the-mill foods as well. Like
It's good.
It's really
Yeah.
like it would probably allow you to broaden your horizons a little bit when it comes to food. Like you could eat stuff that maybe you wouldn't necessarily have tried otherwise. Do you know what I mean?
Oh
And there's
my.
lots of foods from all around the world here. Like, do you know what I mean?
There's a slush in here.
Yeah,
A slushy.
it's a fucking
What am I
watermelon slushy or
witnessing?
something. Yeah,
This is the greatest book ever.
honest to God, isn't it?
This is so. Not only,
Beware cupcakes, ladies and gentlemen. Beware cupcakes.
like you say though, this is like a thing where it's like it's food I would never even think about trying to eat.
Yeah,
But because it's a Pokemon theme to it, I want to eat it now.
yeah,
That is class, lads.
yeah. How sick is that? So
That
I
is
mean,
unreal.
listen, lads. I mean, will I put a link in the description to this? Was it Amazon? You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. The Pokemon,
Shout out to whoever wrote it.
my Pokemon cookbook. Yeah, honestly, because it's incredibly creative as well. Like,
Yeah, like somebody wrote it.
before you go, actually, Dan, Grievach has another story that he has to tell Pokemon related before you go.
Is this the one with the delivery?
Yeah.
So all right. Do you remember there was discussions of me getting the new Pokemon game?
The new ones, yeah.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? I'll treat myself before I go back to college. Enjoy my hours of freedom. So I ordered it, and then I got a message from DPD saying your order has been delivered. It has not been delivered at my house. I probably should have not said the delivery company. That might need to be.
It probably doesn't matter. Probably doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter because it got resolved. So
Yeah.
anyway, so it's been sent somewhere else. It hasn't arrived. So I was like, well, that's annoying. And then I get an email or a call from DPD saying, look, we that was our mistake. We'll buy a new one and we'll send it to you, no charge. So I was like, grand, happy days, good, happy. Moral of the story. So it came, everything was grand. And then I think it was 3 days after the original was meant to be delivered, I get another package, and it is the same game. So now I have 2 Pokemon games, just for free, one for free, pretty much. So yeah, I've now.
ShiteTalk giveaway. Like,
If you want to win,
1K subscribers.
in the next week, if we get 1K subscribers, I know, imagine. But yeah, so. Yeah, I'm currently involved in it now. I haven't gone too far.
Yeah.
I've been a bit busy. I don't even know the place I'm in. Pretty much the first place or the first region, not region. What is it? The road between your house and like the school.
first town. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I just got overwhelmed by Pokemon, so I was just spent majority of my time just running around and just catching Pokemon and trying to get used to like new mechanics, like where you can like throw your Pokemon out and just let them go off and do their own thing. I'm not quite used to that yet.
Yeah.
I've failed many times of trying to catch Pokemon that are on the water, and I've accidentally sent my Pokemon. You just see him walking around trying to figure out what to do, and then just come back to me. But yeah, it's good. I have experienced though the oh my god,
Yeah.
it's quite funny when you see it for the first time. It's not annoying. It's
I don't think it, like for me personally, it wasn't. I don't think it was enough to ruin the game for me.
Oh god, no.
It was kind of funny at first, and it like I've learned now that if it starts getting bad, like the frame rate, if you turn off the game and turn it back on again, like save, turn it off, turn it back on again, that takes 2 seconds to do. It goes back to where it was.
Yeah.
Now I think there's what they said was I seen there yesterday or the day before that there's a patch coming out.
We were literally saying that there is actually. So hopefully that
the
is.
end of February, I think so.
God, it's been a long time to fix that problem.
Yeah.
As long as they fix it right.
True, very true. It doesn't matter.
I mean, it's evident the game wasn't finished.
No,
Do you know what I mean? But,
that is something I think a lot of people have said. It's just
yeah.
clearly not been finished.
Yeah. But yeah, no, interesting stuff. Another Pokemon themed beginning to a ShiteTalk episode. But yeah, no, quite incredible that we had those two kind of topics kind of intertwined
Set up
on the one day.
Bye.
It's kind of funny whenever Danny's talking, I'm like, I'm thinking of myself in the edit, just cutting between different camera angles of me and you speaking. It's like, we need to get Danny on for an actual episode where he sits down beside us and he has a camera on him. That's what we need.
That will happen.
He needs to be less camera shy. We have a third mic. It's a bit shit, but
it has served its purpose for many years, I think, as well.
Anyway, yes, ShiteTalk, first episode of 2023, ladies and gentlemen, and obviously we didn't have a Christmas episode this year. We do apologise for that. I think once again, you know, it's kind of it was a bad time.
It was probably around. I think as well when it was like the World Cup as well.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, I mean the initial plan was to record the Christmas ShiteTalk on the day of the World Cup final. So obviously we did our stream. By the way, thank you everyone who watched the stream. I think everyone really fucking enjoyed it, and it's kind of opened the door for us to pursue that kind of later on down the line with more watch-alongs and whatnot. But the idea was obviously to do it on the day. And if you guys watched the stream, you would know that the studio, for the second time in its lifetime, got flooded thanks to the pipes in the bathroom bursting. And you know what? The last time it happened was the beginning of 2021. And the second time's the end of 2022, so it's obviously to do with the fucking cold weather.
There's a track record coming, yeah.
Bursting the pipes, yeah. So I mean, hopefully that can get sorted, and we don't ever have to deal with that again. But anyway, Grievach, any news with you, mate?
There is very little to report on my side of it. Obviously, as I have alluded to, obviously college is starting back now for myself, which is great. You know, you
really looking forward to that.
You just love that final year as well now. So it's. The end is in sight.
It's getting to the point now where you're like, big bad world is coming.
Yeah, I'm on the ground and they are currently kicking the shit out of me. That's the kind of metaphor I'm using for it. But we're getting there.
Been there.
It's not fun. But sure, look, I'm surviving. I'm trying to think. Is there anything major that happened? Usually, I always have something, be it big or small. Unfortunately, I don't have anything this time around.
There's nearly that also came with the book. Danny has just.
This is not a fucking apron. This is not a fucking apron. Oh my god!
You showed up to your camera there, Grievach, just to.
I'll do you one better.
Oh, he's gonna throw it on. He's gonna throw it on.
Oh yeah.
So Danny's seen this, and your first thought was like, "That's a child's apron." But then he put it on, and it's clearly not.
I took it out of the box, and it felt small.
Yeah.
I was like, "This is a children's apron."
Yeah.
But no, it's not. It's probably a one-size-fits-all apron.
Oh yeah, but I like that.
I can't imagine that fitting a child though.
You'd be surprised. Most of their legs would be covered as well. So.
Yeah, I suppose as long as the important areas are covered, that's all that matters in the kitchen. And with that, we'll chat to you later, Dan.
I've seen enough.
But I actually won't lie. I did put this on, and I was like, "That's not fitting over my head."
Yeah,
that little tiny gap.
It looks like it, and then you throw it on. It's actually like
it's big though. Like
it's like the little tent in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire when they go in. It's a tiny tent, and it's just fucking huge when you get in there. That's probably the best metaphor I can use. But yeah. That's the Pokemon collection, absolutely elite.
I'm actually kind of glad Danny came in with that segue because I didn't know where I was going.
We're gonna start making up a story about work or something.
But anyway, Aaron, any news? Any crack?
There is a bit of news. There is an announcement.
I wasn't sure if the Pokemon was the announcement.
No. So it hasn't been officially announced yet. So this is an exclusive. For ShiteTalk viewers only. And I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to announce this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
He could be killed off camera after this.
I could be taken out. So, drum roll. This year, on March 18th, I fucked it.
No.
The 18th of March, 2023. Aaron Kelly will be playing in a TikTok charity match in Blanchardstown.
Let's go! Oh my god. Can I just say, it has been coming. My god, this poor man, he deserves it. Yeah. Fucking hell. I'm actually delighted for you, mate. Holy shit.
Yeah, so there's some fairly big names playing in it now, likes of Cian O'Mahony.
Mad.
Sean Carroll, Cian Costello. There's some big names in there. That's all I'll say. Some of which I don't think have even been announced yet. I don't even know if I'm allowed to be saying these names right now. I was gonna check, but then I was like,
to be fair, what we will say is that even if it hasn't been announced, that's the magic of editing. We can clear all this out.
But it's also the fact that, you know, we're on the ShiteTalk channel, and it's like only the real ones watch the ShiteTalk
exactly.
channel. So, you know,
no.
We trust you lads to not tell them.
Say a word, or we will come after you.
Yeah,
hypothetically.
So that is happening. I am on the blue team. If that makes any difference.
The blue
at all.
team. Can I ask, what are you allowed to say the name of the event?
I think it's literally just called Irish TikTok Charity Match. It's on Instagram.
I'm gonna have a wee look at it.
Yeah, there's a fella organising it who kind of does. I think he does similar content to Cian O'Mahony, and he was kind of talking about this charity match on his own Instagram, and I dropped him a message and was just kind of like, "Can I play?"
Can I play?
And he just went, "Yeah."
Nice.
So that was all there was to it.
Right. So was it Irish Charity Match 2020?
That's the one. Yeah.
This
top
one.
Yeah. That's the one there.
I'm gonna give that a follow so I can get the announcement when it happens. So
I'm looking forward to seeing the announcement. Actually,
it's in Blanchardstown Sport. That's not too bad, I have to say.
Yeah, TU Blanchardstown. Do you know what? What's funny is what goes around comes around. I played in Blanchardstown on that pitch for Longford Town.
Go away.
Back in 2017.
That is.
We actually lost 6-0 to St. Pat's.
Oh,
I think it was 6-0. So that was the last time I was there.
Fun fact: I also have been to the pitch.
Have you as a
physio, not a player.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's mad. So so it's March, is it?
It's March 18th, so the day after Paddy's Day.
Day after Paddy's Day.
So some people could be hanging.
I think
I'm not going to rule out that I won't be hanging.
I was going to say, if Keddy kept it sober, there is a high chance that there is a Man of the Match award coming. I don't want to jinx it.
We don't want to jinx it.
We don't want to jinx it.
I believe tickets are going on sale soon.
Very good.
I don't have a day for that. I mean, I'm not organising the fucking event, so I don't know. But I basically added me to this like group chat or whatever, and they were looking for people's squad numbers, what squad numbers people want, and obviously number 4 has always been my number, so I put that in. So it's going to be Kelly 4 on the back.
The big question though, I have to ask, obviously, because for those of you who don't know, Aaron can play and has played in multiple positions in football. So for the charity match, if you were to play a position, what position are you playing? So
here's the thing: like, ideally, everyone wants to play up front.
Yeah,
everyone wants to play up front. But they did ask the question, who wants to play where, and immediately they got like spam of messages: striker, cam 10, striker.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll play at the back. I said I'll play at the back. I played League of Ireland at centre back and right back for Longford Town, and played there for the great Keene United back in the day. But there's nothing to rule out a little mazy dribble up the pitch.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
All I say, lads, it's gonna be. I sense a clean sheet coming.
A clean sheet. I sense Aaron ruins the party.
They're clean through on goal. Aaron Kelly comes through from behind, legs
2 foot tackle. Fuck's sake!
Oh no! But, we would never say that. But I can't believe that. I'm actually so delighted. This is it's so surreal to think that, oh my god.
Yeah. So I'm pretty gassed. I'm very much looking forward to it. And obviously, I'd love to be at 1K subscribers by the time we get to the charity match.
What you're almost.
We're on 850 at the minute on the Aaron Kelly channel. It's very doable. It's very doable.
Because it's March now. Yeah, man, do you know what?
That's still a decent chunk away, like,
Yeah, that's what, like, 3-ish months? 2, maybe 2 and a bit.
About 2 months, yeah.
Man, you do that.
Yeah,
I reckon you do that.
I think it's doable. But, the question we asked, lads, are we all going to be out supporting the boy?
I think it has to be.
Imagine you get a busload of just...
I personally will see to it that there is a section
Aaron Kelly
of Blanchardstown, and we're all in Crinkle Bottom Crusaders.
Yeah, man. Nigel! Imagine if we played the match as Nigel.
Do you know what?
Down you cunt.
Get him. He's on the floor. Nigel 2-foots him on the ground. We love Nigel though.
We love Nigel. Nigel will be returning very soon. Actually, I'm relying on Nigel at the minute for the shorts. A load of shorts have gone up over the last 2 days of like Nigel does this. Did you see any of the shorts from the last?
The shorts is something I daily now because the shorts. As if you don't know, Aaron is posting daily shorts on YouTube along with some daily TikToks as well. So if you don't know, follow that. But I have seen some, and I have to say I've watched back a few of Nigel's interactions with myself, and it's just I'm looking forward. Is like I'm gonna say I'm just looking forward to when he finally turns up for the Bake Off because
he's gone missing.
He has gone missing. The fear has consumed him a bit. I think he doesn't want to.
He's not used to people calling him out like that.
No, that's a rarity. Some would say his stature is enough to deter people. But I'm looking forward to it.
You might even get an idea or two from this.
Exactly.
A few Pikachu lemon tarts, perhaps.
There you go. Lemon. Nigel and Lemon. There's a correlation there.
You might hit on a few strings.
All I'm going to say is Nigel. He just needs to know. There's my corner of the kitchen, and there's his corner of the kitchen.
Yeah.
He crosses that line, anything goes.
One of the shorts was called Jack Invades Nigel's Personal Space. I was going to call it Jack Touches Nigel Without Consent, but I was like, we're not going to go there.
Oh, God.
That is a video I'm definitely looking forward to.
Yeah, the Bake Off is going to be good.
I think the thing is with that, though, we need to... the fear is that it's not... Because Bake Off 2, my best work.
Bake Off
our best work. Our best work by a country mile, I think.
Even the edits are just
and you added so much more to the dynamic than no offense to Josh, but do you know what I mean? Having Nigel against Jack
was
just hilarious, and now we're actually going to have that for Bake Off 3.
It's set up beautifully.
Yeah. It has to be peak, and it will.
The question I have to ask is, who is going to host? Is Nigel going to cook and host, or are we talking potentially of a third party member? Potentially, are we saying potentially Danny to referee potentially if it gets to that?
I think the likes of Danny, Josh, past contestants would be a good fit for certainly judging when it comes to the final verdict and that. But obviously, you had the dynamic of two contestants and Nigel. And, some people have said, Aaron, why don't you host it? Well, I will be behind the camera and in the gallery, basically directing everything.
You can't do two
things. You can't do two things. If you're involved in the TV industry,
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do that.
The thing is, Aaron is talented in many ways, but the man cannot simply cook and host the Bake Off. It's physically not possible.
It's not possible. You can't be everywhere at once.
No.
And I got to be keeping an eye on Nigel as well, so he doesn't start a row with Jack, because we don't want it to end in flames. But imagine he just storms out. I'm fucking out here.
Just the first thing you see is the camera outside, and there's something just thrown through the window.
But that is absolutely a video that we're looking forward to doing. And probably the fact that it's taken so long is the fact that it takes so much pre-planning and all that kind of stuff. So we want to make sure it's the absolute best it can be by the time we get to there. So
and just like you say, a lot of pre-planning has to be done. Not only that, but it has to be done by the contestants as well. Fun fact, and I mean no disrespect when I say this, when I was preparing for the Bake Off, I didn't know what I was cooking until the day before, and I had to get Mammy Grivach to source me the materials. But it got done. It got done.
It got done, and you claimed the W.
I have no clue to this day how it happens. I will take it though, and I have to say I'll be going back to the old recipe book to find something else. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. But I feel like I have to beat what I created last time.
Yeah, you have to one up what you did, because
I'm not just going against a lemon cake or an orange cake this time.
You're going against Nigel himself.
I'm going against Nigel. The question, and I don't know what Nigel cooks. I don't know what he bakes. There's no tapes on Nigel, his performances. There's no
surprisingly enough.
For all the hype and all the stature he has, he's a very elusive person. But I'm going to look forward to that, and it should be a good video. And I have to say, I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous. But I hope.
It's the fact that Nigel's gone missing for months now. So
the fact he's not appeared on a video for months is.
He was here for a Crinkle Bottoms Crusaders episode. If any eagle-eyed viewers managed to catch him sitting on that couch over there at the end of a video one time. But since then, he's just been gone. He's on a hiatus. I don't know where he's. I don't know where he's disappeared.
Is he still managing Crusaders?
Is he still managing Crusaders?
Is he involved in the Crusaders?
The Crusaders is... It's in the air.
Oh.
It's in the air.
I don't want to say anything.
After the way the last episode ended, it wasn't looking great. So maybe Nigel looked at that and went, you know what, my legacy's at stake here. I'm not gonna explore this anymore. We're done with it.
I'm going to pass it over to David Lemon now to manage the club. That's actually not a bad shout for the next manager if it's leaked that he's been given the sack.
Yeah. Damien Lemon, player manager.
Yeah, it could be very interesting.
It could be.
But this is all in the air, and all this is speculation, of course. Yeah. And
we don't know anything.
We do not know. All we do know is Nigel's a bitch. And that's all we do know. That's all we'll continue to know.
Oh, this is getting played at the start of Bake Off 3. I'm going to check that camera's still recording. We can't really give a specific date on when Bake Off 3 is going to happen. Which kind of segues me into, I guess we're talking about like future plans for content and that kind of stuff. And, obviously this is the first podcast of 2023. It's been a fucking mess so far, but we love it for that. Obviously, the last episode we uploaded was the chocolate bar tier list, I think it was.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah. What a fucking episode that
was. Was so good, man.
I know I fucked up the audio, but I
just the rewatchability of it is just it alone is so good, like.
Yeah. And also, speaking of the podcast, we hit 100 subscribers. Woo! Well done, lads. We did it. We're into treble figures. Definitely nothing
8 subscribers
with
away.
YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, nothing to do with the. We played the algorithm.
We played it. It played itself.
It played itself. We are, though, concerningly, 8 subscribers away from passing out.
Right. Sorry to do this, mate, but we're actually 4 away now.
Oh.
Wait, are you still on 108?
108, yeah.
108. Yeah.
That's after, I think it's almost. How long has it been since I uploaded? Jesus Christ.
What was the last one? Was it Outlast 2?
Outlast 2, yeah. I've had a video in the works for the longest fucking time, and every time I'm like, I'm gonna do it, I just have like something that takes up.
Yeah. And
it's pain. But I there will be a future to it. I just don't know when.
That's the question we all want to know.
Okay, actually 6 months ago.
Yeah, because remember you just dropped one out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was very, very fucking random, I will admit. The funniest thing though, after that, like 6 months, it's been 2 years since my last upload.
Was that a sit down episode maybe?
Nope, it was Outlast 2.
Oh no.
Actually, no, because I have admitted something. I'm privating a lot of videos.
Okay.
Because I would like to potentially change the style of what I do.
Yeah.
And I want the videos I do.
Yeah.
So some are going to be archived.
Yeah.
But we will remember them.
Yeah. Well, I have done that as well with some videos.
It's just like you look. Do you know when you look back and you're like, God, I don't approve of this.
It's like give us an example of a video that's been privated.
Let's see. Where do I actually hang on? It'd probably help if I actually.
I think you can search the private tab, can't you? Or is there a private tab?
I just was not. I just did not sign into the Truly away. I just looked up the channel. Right, here we go. Come to the old studio.
I'll give you an example of mine while you're looking for that. Okay. I have privated the whole Internet Stupidest People series.
I had a feeling that could be gone.
That's all gone.
That's gone.
10 Things We All Hate About School, that's gone as well.
Yeah. But I like that video. That was.
See, we're talking about videos here that these people might never have seen.
But you know what it is?
Never will.
The thing about it is, like, the videos I privated, like, I might have found funny back in the day. Like, that was my humor back in the day, and now I watch it, I'm like, God, that's shit.
Yeah.
I'll give you some examples. So the most recent one that was privated is Love Island is back. So it's where I react.
Yes, I was in that video, wasn't I?
I don't think you were. I think you were in the first. So I've done 2 reactions.
Okay.
The first one, I was like, I actually enjoyed it, and then because that was a sit down episode. That one. This one was just a reaction to the cast of Love Island because it was a particularly bad year for the cast.
Yeah. Not that every year isn't bad.
Oh God, yeah. But was it? I've privated another sit down episode which is titled "The Most Savage Show on Earth." It is a video reaction to. It's like Jeremy Kyle. It's American.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And it's the one where she's literally...
Is the dad dabbing?
No. That's a different one. This one is where it's like this guy has been cheating on her wife with this woman, and she comes out. He's a footballer, and she comes out wearing a jersey that says like Dan's #1 fan or something like Dan's #1 supporter.
Yeah.
And then she walks up to her and just, you see this shit, you dumb bitch. It's just so fuck. And then to top it all off, she's acting like all cocky throughout this video, and then like he just turns around and says like, I don't want anything to do with you either. It just makes an absolute show of her. So that's gone. Unsurprisingly, the True Lily White Games is gone. that has been.
That's the thing. The Hunger Games.
That's What's gone? What else could be gone? There's actually there's probably a few more that I've meant to. What else is gone? Oh, I took down the press in order to end reaction because I just felt like it was a bit dated.
Yeah,
so obviously I would support Preston, but that reaction was a bit overdramatic.
Yeah,
shall I say?
It's a joke.
I had the worst part was that video was waffle because I didn't even watch the game. I just see reactions to the stats. Yeah, I just seen the stats, and I seen Twitter, and it was like everyone, all the fans in Preston was like, "Oh, it's a shit show. It's a disgrace."
So let me get this straight. You took a culmination of other opinions.
Yep.
And formed them into one. I made it your own.
I formed a 10-minute, 30-second video. Yeah, man.
Most people can't get a video of that.
I don't know. And the worst part was, it actually did well relative to how many subscribers I had at the time. Like, I probably had about 8 subscribers, and that did 64 views, which at the time was fucking good. Like,
yeah.
I'm trying to see, is there any other banger that I have? Oh yeah, I've privated Fortnite. I privated the Fortnite video because the edit was terrible. The humor was shit.
Yeah.
And it's 32 minutes long.
Oh shit.
It just does not.
Didn't you make it 2-part? You jumped in the snow or something?
because it was a forfeit. So if I didn't win after one, I said I'd jump in the snow, and I did. Yeah. And that was quite fun, but no, just
So is it fair to say that like with this old content going out, and you know, are we seeing a potential rebrand of the channel?
This is something I have considered.
Yeah.
So it could potentially be the whole channel is rebranded. The name, the logo, and the content.
Yeah.
Could all be rebranded. And I won't reveal anything officially yet, because I could say I'm going to do this and then delete the channel in maybe 6 months' time or something like that, you know. But there is potential there. But it's just watched it back a few days, or not a few days, like a few months ago, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah, because there are some sit-down episodes that I watched. I won't say recently, but like I remember those one we did here where we reacted to the ASMR one.
Oh yeah, that's.
I remember watching that back and going,
a bit stinky.
I said that. I said that thing.
That's the worst part. Is you don't remember what you said, and then you go back and watch it, and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Like our humor is like, think of it. We were probably like 17, 18, 19 when we made those videos. Like you're 20.
I'm 24 this year.
You're 24 this year.
That's another thing.
And I'm 23 in 2 months. Fuck.
Oh God, I hate life. I hate it.
God, that's depressing. Jesus Christ.
And on that note,
no, but I feel like I think we're funnier now.
I would pray to God that particularly my humor has advanced on a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Because my humor back in the day, I would hope that we're slightly funnier.
Yeah.
Even that tiny bit.
Yeah, because even back in the day, I didn't believe the shit I was coming out with.
No,
Do you know what I mean? Like, so now I'm like, I feel I'm a lot more obviously confident on camera and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of able to be me a bit more, which is good. So I feel like we are funnier now. We are.
We are.
We haven't gotten more annoying.
Hopefully not. That is something I hope. Like, you know, you just hope we're not like.
But look, the ShiteTalk audience have stuck with us so far and got us over 100 subscribers. So you know,
thank you, and shout out to you a lot.
Yeah, absolutely, and shout out to the shorts.
Shorts,
you are saving my channel.
My God, the shorts are mad.
You know, they started monetization for shorts now as well. Obviously, you still have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 plus. You have to have a certain amount of shorts watch hours now as well. But you can now actually make money off shorts.
Jesus Christ,
so
man.
That could be an avenue.
That's it. Money in the pocket for yourself?
Maybe. We will see. But what else was I going to say? Oh, I had something in my head. Yes. We had a segment on the podcast the last time that ended up getting cut out because
I was wondering if this was remembered or not.
The audio was shit, and I kind of just wanted it to be the chocolate bar tier list one. I didn't want it to go on longer than it should have been with shit audio, and I'm praying this audio is okay. It looks good on the waves, look good, so I'm happy enough. But Grievach had a little segment that he pitched to us in the last episode, and if we'd like to pick it up, you can do now.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what we called it, but it's random questions that
hypothetical
situational questions.
Yeah.
With Aaron and Jack, the number one podcast in Ireland.
So we can ask these questions, and you guys can fill us in the comments.
Okay.
And see what your answers to these questions would hypothetically be. So there was one you had. I was coming and hawing over the answer. And
Yeah.
you were like, Aaron, it's this.
Well, was it the one about the goat?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go again?
Yeah, we'll go
Right.
again.
So the question I asked Aaron was like, again, this is a hypothetical situation, okay? Would you rather fuck a goat, but no one knows, or not fuck a goat, but everyone thinks you fucked a goat, and everyone is everyone. The entire world, it's trending.
Yeah, you are the guy that fucked
Aaron
the goat.
Kelly shagged a goat.
No context, ShiteTalk.
I
Yeah.
personally would shag the goat. I'm sorry, it has to be done.
Talk out of I would shag the goat.
Can I explain my answer?
Yeah, no, I actually agree with you.
Yeah. The way it was put, or the way I think I put it was, everyone knows this. Your own mother and father will look at you and say, my son didn't amount to anything in life except being world renowned for shagging the goat.
Yeah. So think of it, like, I was going to say, like, you wouldn't get a job anywhere. Number one,
you surely will.
Because everyone knows. But number two, like, wouldn't you go to prison?
I feel like
If
there's
if
surely a
there's, like-
lawsuit.
Yeah, like, if everyone thinks you shagged a goat, right? Everyone thinks it. No, everyone thinks it, man. So whatever you say in court,
it's gospel.
Whatever you say in court,
That's what I was thinking, actually.
That's
The lawyers,
bestiality.
it will... oh, God. It is. I forgot that's actually what it was. Oh, yes, that's fucked.
yeah, so you go to prison, surely, no?
Yeah, you would. Oh, God, yeah. And then, well, you're done then.
You're done.
Do you get the death penalty for bestiality?
Is it the death penalty? I feel like you go to prison.
I don't know. I feel like it. I don't know. I suppose it's down to if the goat enjoys it or not. Exactly. I can't believe I'm about to look up the death penalty for
nice on your
bestiality.
history.
Yeah. The girlfriend comes home. And that's how.
What have you looking up, Jack?
There's nothing, babe.
Oh, God.
Jeez.
Yeah, no. Surely, like, I don't know what the penalty is for it.
I don't even think I have the nerve to look this up just in case it's like I get a knock on the door.
So maybe it's probably different in in different countries as well. But like, if everyone thinks it, even though there's like no evidence that you did it, the goat can't testify. Do you know what I mean?
The goat can't testify. Oh, gee. Okay, it doesn't say anything. I'm kind of glad it doesn't say anything.
Yeah, it certainly strikes me as illegal now.
I think it's illegal, and I would imagine a hefty prison sentence. Surely
has to be.
You're red-handed, like you say, even though you didn't do it.
Everyone thinks you did.
You're exactly, and you cannot change it.
Yeah,
the media, and that's going to stick. Like,
yeah. So you've essentially, unless anyone has any other opinions, let us know in the comments. You've essentially got to do the deed.
You got to do the deed, and
just like go see a therapy or
yeah.
something,
or something
I don't know,
like that.
That's a scarring experience. Like.
So that's the idea of this section.
Yeah,
I've got another one for you.
Okay.
You have a gun to your head.
Okay.
Right? This gun will fire. You will be killed. You have to make a decision here.
Oh, okay.
The man says, Aaron, decide. Would you rather kick a baby or one punch KO an old person? So, context. The kick does not necessarily kill the baby.
And the punch doesn't necessarily kill the old person? Or?
It doesn't necessarily, but it's a knockout punch. Like, they're standing up and they are going to hit the ground.
This isn't great for the brand.
It's not great.
Let me see.
This might get cut out as well because this is just off the top of Grieve. Actually, this is not filtered. This has not been reviewed. This could get cut.
Let me see. It's the old person, isn't it?
It's gotta be. I just think
the old person. It's at least it's an adult.
Yeah. You'd argue
It's.
that's getting bleeped. Yes.
I mean, you could argue that.
You could.
Certainly,
it's a legitimate theory.
It might not. You said they might not necessarily be unalive by the end of it.
Yeah, they technically yes. So there's no. The way it was worded was it's not a killer blow.
Okay.
So you could argue they're like this is a hypothetical situation. So there could be in this there could be no pain associated in this situation because it's hypothetical.
Yeah.
I'm really struggling to say that.
Hypothetical.
So it's just a hype. It's not real life. So it's just.
I think it's gotta be the old person.
I just don't think you could stomach yourself. Well,
you wouldn't be able to if you're a human being with morals.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to stomach either scenario. But
Yeah.
I feel like the better of the two poisons is the
other one.
just absolutely brutally knocking out the old person.
It's just the image. It's just. And again, it's a hypothetical. Fucking hell!
What if they've nicked your Fredo or something that you're after?
Yeah, so we give a scenario. They've
done you wrong in some way.
They've brutally assaulted your kitchen furniture. You spent millions on.
Okay, so they've got a hammer to it, and just
your glass table.
Yeah.
And this is the table that you were married on. So this is a huge sentiment to you.
You got married on the table.
You got married on the table was present at the wedding.
This is actually, I'm not going to say that. I'll cut it out. I was going to say this is the table where your firstborn was conceived.
I was going to say that as well.
I want to leave that in because that was actually kind of fun.
Jesus. That's literally what I was saying. I was like, I don't know if I should say that after what I've just said. I've asked two very sus questions.
This is a great segment.
I hope it is just for the record, just so people obviously know, this is not us. We don't think like this. This is just
this is a hypothetical. It's just fun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just fun. At the end of the day, we're not gonna punch an old person. We're not gonna knock out a baby.
Obviously, and we don't consent to any of that either. It's just
we don't consent or condone those behaviours. All right. So for the sake of the ShiteTalk brand,
exactly.
This is not us. All right. This is not an accurate representation. Danny was only saying if we did ShiteTalk live, we'd have to be very careful.
Yeah, I feel like I'd have to go through censorship training.
When we do this channel, all right. When we did the live stream for the World Cup, and I wasn't worried about you at all. I actually wasn't. That sounds like really.
This is Kelly saying where to say, Jack, we're slowly going to usher you out of the ShiteTalk now because you were too controversial. No.
I genuinely wasn't worried about you because I didn't. I was like, as soon as he sees that we're live, Jack won't say anything dodgy.
Yeah,
and you didn't. But I feel like when we're on this channel, it brings out the worst in the two of us.
It does a little. I can't lie,
and that's the fucking problem.
It does, but like you say, no, lives are different. Because obviously anything said now can be just cut out.
Yeah.
Versus a live, which you could argue post live it can be cut out, but if there's people in there and you say
people have screen recorded, then you're fucked.
Yeah.
But okay, right. How about for the next episode, we actually go do some research and come back with some actual good questions for the hypothetical questions.
There's one. Obviously, I'm not going to say this because it's physically impossible to answer this, and this will be cut out. I hope. Please.
Okay.
I apologize. I probably should have done because I did say in the last when we came out.
I probably should have warned you that I was going to bring it up again. To be fair,
but no, it's all good though. Like you said, we had two questions. We answered them. If obviously you guys have differing opinions, let us know. And obviously, if you're a bit of a snowflake, just maybe don't watch this particular section.
I mean, don't watch this channel. If you're
do you know what? Fair.
We don't want to hear.
Exactly.
To be fair,
we just.
So I have a question here.
Okay.
So I've been building up these notes for the next ShiteTalk for the last month or whatever.
Oh.
Okay. there's not an awful lot here, to be honest with you. But like, just whenever I think of something, I'll jot it down in the notes and we'll see if it's usable. So this was a debate that we had with Josh, right? And I asked Josh to come onto the podcast and discuss this.
Okay.
But he won't.
Fair enough.
He won't come onto the show. His decision, let him away.
To be fair, after the bounty and how heated that got, that almost divided the...
It did divide the room, actually.
It did. So I don't blame him, but I obviously in spirit.
So the question is, right, do you believe everything you do is set in stone? We're getting deep. So there's basically what Josh believes in. Josh believes in this, by the way. So I'm not going to not dig him out on this one. He believes that everything you do, and everything you will ever do, everything you've done, do, and will ever do, is like a constant timeline that can't be changed no matter what. Like, you could have a choice. Will I have Rice Krispies or cornflakes from a brekkie today? But you are always going to choose cornflakes, and you cannot beat the Matrix, essentially, is what I'm saying.
So yeah, it's a Matrix question, right?
I think it's complete bollocks, personally.
How do I feel about that? I think that things potentially happen for a certain reason.
Yeah.
To say they're set in stone, I don't. How is it set in stone?
You see, he has this really weird way of explaining it, and he gets really annoyed when we take the piss out of him for it. And I'm now saying it on the podcast, but I don't give a shit. So, basically, one of the Marvel shows is Loki, okay? And in Loki, he's basically exploring what is the sacred timeline of events. So, just one timeline, straight, no branches. So, it's all meant to happen this way. Kang the Conqueror is the new, like, big bad of Marvel.
Okay.
And he basically controls this sacred timeline or whatever. And at the end of the show, he was like, "Oh, if you kill me, the multiverse will open and all these branches will open up." And they did kill him, and that happened.
Fair enough.
Spoiler. The show's been out for like a year. It's all right. But yeah, essentially, what Josh believes in is like a sacred timeline of events that are always going to happen, and this path cannot be diverged in any way. Whatever path you're on right now, that's what's going to happen, and you can't change it.
So what if I'm, say, just driving?
Yeah.
That's my path, and I decide to jump out the car. He thinks he
thinks you were always going to do that.
So he doesn't think that's a branch, he thinks that's just going to happen.
Yeah, he thinks that was meant to happen. You jumping out of the car was meant to happen.
Right.
I can't wrap my head around it. And that's what he says. He gets really fucking like... what's the word when you talk down to someone, like
like a mansplain or something?
Yeah, like
kind of.
he's like, oh, you just don't get
it. you're not alpha enough.
Yeah, basically. And I'm like, mate, but you're talking bollocks. Like.
I'm not saying he's wrong, because it's a valid.
I can see what he's saying.
Yeah. I don't know,
because like, say I was to go into work on Monday and burn the place down, right? Was I always meant to do that? No, I was meant to go in and do my job.
Yeah, actually, so that's what I'm trying. That was what I was thinking about there. Like, I'm just trying to work out like how does the branch happen, and then like how
it's like the Until Dawn and the.
That's
chorus.
literally what I'm thinking about. So I'm just like, it just seems like by a choice.
Yeah.
There being a 50-50 choice. I get he's saying that you're always going to choose, say, path A. But I just think the fact there's a choice means that it's physically... It just doesn't make sense that there could be...
It's nearly like he believes in that higher being.
So,
that is like overlooking everything.
That's
and
the question.
He was going to do that.
Yeah, so that's my question. Who does he think is the higher... Does he
believe in Kang the Conqueror? Does he believe in Kang? We said that to him when he was like, no, obviously not. But I'm like...
So what? He thinks like again, like, does he think like there's a...
God?
Yeah. Does he think that? And that... Yeah.
I don't think he's very religious.
Yeah, okay.
That kind of puts a spanner in it.
Yeah, that's...
But maybe he does deep down just have that, like...
Secretly.
Yeah, he just is, and just, believes in God, who just controls everything.
I mean, no disrespect to this discussion, but I'm going to piss myself, so I'm just going to
go on.
Just excuse myself for 2 seconds. I'm not a person to discredit any theories, intellectually or emotionally. I personally, just don't believe it.
Yeah.
And that's mainly down to the fact that that's the first time I've heard of that theory, and the fact that I just...
It's essentially believing in the simulation, really.
Yeah. And look, it could be right.
It could well be right.
It's just, I just choose... I'm going to choose to potentially believe in that there is there's a small element of, like...
Free will.
Yeah, or control, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents on the issue. But again, like I said, no disrespect. If you do believe that, you could be totally right. I could be made a fool of.
Who's to know?
Who is to know? That's the question.
You know,
I suppose we don't really know.
We can debate till the cows come home. We'll actually probably never know the answer to that. No.
Maybe the cows do know.
Maybe the cows will never come home.
Exactly. And then what?
What do we do then?
We just fall into madness.
Yeah, because the cows are an essential part of our day-to-day life.
Irish agriculture, the economy is pretty much based off the cows.
Essentially, yeah. And if they don't come home, then essentially the simulation breaks.
Yeah, you might as well just grab your gun.
Yeah.
And just say, I'll chat to you later, bye.
Anyway.
that
was a shite talk right there.
That was just pure, utter scotter. Jesus Christ.
But let us know what you think about that down in the comments. Just thought it was an interesting topic to bring up, and it is. If you believe in essentially the simulation theory and that everything you do is set in stone and you essentially don't have free will, I know there will people that do believe in that, and that's up to them.
Credit power to you.
That is up to them. So another topic I put down here has actually been changed ever since, and I feel like we're going to end up having a bit of a rant about this. What's your thoughts on the fact that my camera has stopped again? Wait, give us a second.
I'm pissed.
What are your thoughts on influencer boxing? The fact that it's still here in 2023. So KSI is fighting again this weekend. It was initially supposed to be Dylan Dennis, and he pussied out.
There's no two ways around it.
Yeah. So KSI is now fighting FaZe Temper, I believe. What's your thoughts on it, Mick? Because for me, I'm personally like kind of done with influencer boxing.
I think we said this a while ago as well.
I feel like we said this before KSI Logan too.
Yeah, it's kind of like
2019. Like
it's like I just think it's kind of like you have like look, anyone who is willing to train and fight professional, well, whatever they do, if it's professional or not, they apply themselves and they train for the event and they sell the event and they make they work hard at the event and it's a good event. Power to you.
Yeah,
it's great. It's just got to die though at this point. I think after it, like you said, we talked about this with KSI Logan. That was a huge event. Like since then, we've had COVID. We've had KSI fighting rappers. Jake Paul. Storms. You've had Jake Paul fighting old men.
Yeah. And
then right at the very bottom, you've had F. Matthews and Simple Simon fighting over his daughter.
Yeah.
It should have stopped.
That's right at the bottom.
It should have stopped after that.
Yeah. Because
arguably you either peaked with that or you fell off so bad. Like it's just not the same.
Yeah.
Like look, fair enough, like I mean no disrespect to anyone involved in it, not that they'll ever fucking so get this voice clip or something like that. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
I just think it was fun, it was a period of time, and it was like it's cool to see, like KSI fighting people, and it's cool to see, like, if you're a Jake Paul person, it's cool to see Jake Paul fight people. If you're Logan, it's cool to see that, Gabe. Fair enough. I don't know. It's just gotten past the point where I give a shit. Like likes of Adele, I will say, like, fair enough. You've gone into a professional, or I don't know. I think he's professional now. I don't know if he's semi-professional.
Yeah.
The point is he's fighting proper now, and he's like, I think he even featured on a couple of Sky Sports or box office undercards and stuff like that. So he's going about it.
Yeah.
Just he's not doing influencer events.
Yeah.
You just ask yourself why.
Yeah.
It's just not the same. In comparison, it's a joke. And I don't mean any disrespect by that, but it's like, how long are we going to keep this up? Like, how long are we going to? Well, Misfit has
I was going
signed
to say, essentially, KSI has made this boxing. What would you even call it? Like it's not a label. That's for music. What's it called? Like
not it's like an. Oh fuck!
Like an agency.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Where basically they sign all these influencers down to fight in a certain amount of events, and that's what's happening again this weekend. As we're recording this, is another Misfits card, and look, I respect the grind from KSI and them lot that have done that and have given these people a platform.
These unknowns.
But I personally, and this is going to sound really petty and stupid, but I am very sick of it. I'm sick of seeing this shit. So it was a very fun period, like starting with Joe Weller and Theo Baker fighting in a gym, to Logan fighting Floyd Mayweather. Like, fuck me, Deji fighting Floyd Mayweather.
That's the thing, man. You've got like these boxers like Floyd Mayweather, and you're fighting him. Like,
I mean, Mayweather, it's fair to say, doesn't give a shite. Like, he's just here for the
money,
the moolah.
Yeah.
But you can discourage it all you want, but like at the same time, you're like, these people either like boxing and would like a platform, or just would like clout. And either way, you're like, okay, whatever you want to do to get that. Do you know what I mean? Like seeing Astrid Wet fighting people like on a Misfits boxing card. Like, I don't think I'll ever buy a Misfits pay-per-view.
No.
And
and like I say, look, again, like you say, we are not like discrediting people who've put the work in to make that possible. If you're asking our opinions on it, I'm
just sick of it.
Yeah, it's just not like. Look at it this way, right? When JJ fought Logan, Jake Paul called him out, or he called out Jake Paul.
Yeah.
When was that Logan Paul? That was 2018, was it?
KSI Logan 1 was 2018. KSI Logan 2 was November 2019.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit in 2020. And to be honest, that should have been the catalyst for it dying.
Thank you.
That should have been.
Yeah.
It's that point where you go, all right.
You've had
like, we don't know when a cure for COVID is coming. We don't know when people are going to be able to go out again.
Yeah.
Let's just nip this in the bud.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, you're all doing really well with your music and your YouTube and
other
whatnot.
brands as well.
Other brands, like, I mean, KSI has Prime now as well, which I feel like is a discussion we could have now as well, because that has just completely fucking blown up as well. Like, seeing was it Wakey Wines? Is that his name?
Wakey Wines.
Was he selling Prime for like £100
He's selling
a bottle?
cans of Prime. I've seen it. I think he was selling a case of it. Now, this might not be Prime, so don't quote us on this, but I've seen a video where this woman is holding a case, and I think she said she'd come down to get Prime. And he charged her, I think it's €1,200 for it. Or pounds.
Fuck.
€1,200, man.
Have you seen the video of like all the... I mean, there's a bunch of young lads going into a shop,
so funny.
and they're like fucking pigs at the mart, right? And then you've got older men, like pushing them out of the way to get the Prime. Now, I'm getting the word virgin. All right, now there's nothing wrong with being a virgin, but
I'm getting a strong sense that these males have not had sex before. Just,
I'm sorry now.
I have to agree with you.
Yeah,
the only excuse I would give for an older man, an adult, pushing kids out the way to buy a fucking influencer drink, is if you're buying it for your child, your kid, who didn't want to come for whatever reason. That side of it, I don't think that's what they're there for.
They're looking to be able to say, I have Prime. I've had Prime because it is in such limited amounts. People want to be able to say that, and that is such. It's so cringe, actually, more than anything else. Yeah. Actually, it's cringe.
But the fact is, man, like, people are so desperate to get their hands on this drink that they are actually going to these lads who resell it for crazy prices, and they full on pay it.
Yeah, like I've seen on Twitter. It's actually made its way over to Ireland. Prime has, apparently, someone was selling it in Mullingar or something for like 15 quid a bottle. Just buy a Lucozade, mate.
Honestly, apparently it's not. It's like, I don't know if did you see Gordon Ramsay taste it?
Yeah, and he was like,
it's the worst thing he's ever tasted. Apparently, one of the worst drinks. He said it's like drinking perfume.
Yeah,
I kind of could see it being like that.
Yeah, but maybe he wants to say that to be controversial, but at the same time, maybe people who say it's class want to just be seen to be saying it's class because of the people it's associated with.
I'm going to throw you a curveball here. Is that man's palate and tongue, his palate, it's too sophisticated in the sense that he like maybe he has, I don't know, this is reaching now, but this is just me chatting shy because it's the Shite Talk. It's like his senses, he's so used to
the best.
Exactly. And now he's getting a drink. Like, do you think that man drinks Lucozade?
No.
I don't think
can't.
So.
Surely not.
Imagine the water he drinks.
Yeah.
It's probably like
purest shit.
Yeah, he gets that from a glacier.
He gets it from source.
Exactly. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Back on the subject, I do think YouTuber boxing needs to stop, but obviously it's not.
Look, as long as there's money in it and there's eyes on it, it's not going anywhere, unfortunately. What's the end game here, though? Like, is the end game still KSI Jake Paul? Is that something people are still interested in?
Did you actually see on Twitter? Is it
around a Twitter space or something?
Is that what it's called? Because I don't know if it's Twitter. I just thought it was a Twitter live.
Yeah, it's a Twitter space. So it's basically it's essentially like a big Discord call.
Yeah,
and it's on Twitter,
obviously,
and anyone can join it.
I think it was the Jake Paul hosting it, or someone was hosting it, and Jake Paul joined, and then JJ joined.
Them two ended up on the call. I didn't see what was said in it now, but I heard
Did
about
you
it,
not?
and I was like, they're going at each other in a Twitter space of all places.
Look, I seen it. I watched it. In my opinion, so it's basically it's them talk. It's basically Jake being Jake. Just kind of
being a knob.
Yeah, pretty much. Like saying. Excuse me, like where's the contract? Like we've sent you a contract. I basically agreed to sign you for free. This, that, or the other. You've rejected it. You've what's the word? You've ducked us.
Yeah.
What's the crack with that? I think Jake makes some valid points. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I don't like him as a person, I think he makes some valid points. But apparently in that call, it's November time that there is a talk of the fight happening. So
interesting.
It's potential. It's out there now.
Yeah.
So we'd have to wait and see. But you would think the loser of that
quits.
Surely, right? Surely.
But surely at the end of that, everyone quits.
What's the point?
What's the end goal now?
You are so. It's like, hypothetically, JJ loses.
Yeah.
He signed Misfits on. He's the main one for Misfits.
Yeah. He
if
can't
he
lose,
quits,
really.
What happens to Misfits? Misfits done, surely.
Yeah. If
Jake
KSI
Paul
walks away from that, although I mean, surely unless he was able to sign it away to someone.
True, he could do that. Jake Paul as well has, I think, started his own division of mixed martial arts or something like that.
Yeah, there's that, and he also he had a fighter similar to KSI. Like, he actually manages fighters now as well, I believe, and had someone fighting Katie Taylor a couple of months ago.
Oh yeah,
remember that? And he was all like, "I'm sorry for all the Irish, but Katie Taylor's winning streak is coming to an end." Well, how the fuck did that go?
Yeah,
you cunt?
man. You can't chat. You were dead right though. Like, chatting shit to Katie Taylor.
Katie Taylor's the goal.
Man, I don't care what anyone says. That woman, fair fucks night.
She's a monster.
Fucking hell.
Have you ever seen the documentary on her?
No, I haven't actually seen it.
Quality. I actually did a paper on it for a fucking college.
Really?
Class.
Jesus. Yeah, I just think she's like a proper inspiration.
Yeah.
Like it's so good. Like, funny, just I don't know why this came into my head, but like I seen a clip this morning of this ex-pro boxer. She was a female, and she was just shopping, and this one started pushing and starting to fight her. Man, she kicked the shit.
Really?
Like,
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna actually show you the video now.
While you're doing that, I'm actually gonna piss myself as well.
It's a
after drinking the tea and the
tea.
Half a bottle of water there as well.
Heaven is a place on earth. I can't find it, but she basically just kicked the living shite over. It was horrendous. It was. Whew. It's quite funny, but anyway.
Yeah, no. So overall, just probably wrap up that point. Influencer boxing is not a thing that we're interested in anymore, and we're just ready for the next thing. You know?
It was like I said. I think we peaked. But we also hit the low point with Simple Simon versus
that was fucking incredible.
Ed Matthews.
And we got a great clip on ShiteTalk actually of us talking about that. It's just Simple Simon's on the ground. He's won his daughter.
That's I think one of my favorite clips. I love that.
I had
clip
that up
so
on
much.
YouTube Shorts and TikTok actually.
Uh-oh.
You're dead. Okay. So we are going to turn off the cameras now and actually go just audio for the rest of this, I think. Because my camera's still recording. I could flip it around. Not sure we're too far apart. So I'm actually going to turn off the camera now.
Bye.
And just listen for the rest. All right. We're just down to the old audio, but that's all right. I really need to invest in new batteries. Just so we can like swap batteries in the middle of an episode. Like I don't know why I haven't done that yet, but that will be done in due course. I did have some more stuff down here on our leashed, and I actually put up an Instagram story asking for questions and topics, and I think we did get one or two. Why am I still looking into the camera? I don't know.
It's a habit now at this
so
point.
the topics, okay, we'll run through them because I feel like a lot of these are like quick fire kind of
Go for it.
points,
Hit
right?
me.
So the first thing that popped back into my head recently, and I think I actually shared the photo with you, is the Jack Grivach brand of pull-ups nappies.
Oh fuck me! This fucking photo is.
Because I don't know why. Because I think me and Danny were doing shopping over in Athlone or somewhere, and we seen pull-ups, not them ones, but I was
a different
kid on the front, and I was thinking, geez, remember when Jack was on the front of pull-ups? So if anyone's not seen it, there's this great photo of a kid that doesn't look like Jack now, but when we were in like third year,
it was identical.
It was absolutely identical.
Like facial features, everything.
The hair
is perfect. Like it's got to the point where, like, looking back in it,
it's like, how was that not me?
Yeah, how have I not been paid for that? Like, you know, how have I not got some sort of compensation for that?
I'd drop them an email and just be like,
lads, you know, you're like after taking my identity, like,
for advertising
without my consent, like,
yeah,
I'm getting a lawsuit here. I know.
Yeah, but very, very funny. Again, unless people know Jack or have known Jack for a while, you won't know that this actually back in the day was absolutely identical to him.
The worst part is that photo isn't like photoshopped or anything. That's legitimate. That was in
we've
shots.
seen that in Super Value.
I will never forget that. That is like embedded.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, that's Jack. That's Jack.
That's just me now. Yeah, he's the head of diapers.
Yeah. So the next point we have, oh god, this fucking bloke. So a bloke that has been taking over TikTok really in the last month or so. I don't know. Has he been arrested? Has he been arrested now?
Oh, is this?
This is Paul Breach.
Oh, I don't know him.
AKA Snapshot Eye. Surely you've seen.
I don't think
Snapshot
I have.
Eye. I think
if I see his face, maybe
you've seen a version of him.
Yeah, I feel like if it's on TikTok, I feel
it was like that time when Andrew Tate was popping before he got arrested.
Oh god,
that's another point. That's another thing.
That's a whole. I don't even know if that's does that need discussing.
Probably not. Well, what did he get? He got arrested.
He got
human trafficking.
Yeah. So the way this is just we'll just talk about it. Fuck it, just for a second.
Yeah.
So yeah, he got caught right. He called out Greta Thunberg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and do you know how he got caught? He had pizza boxes in the back of a photo he took with his cars that were Romanian, and he was currently wanted in Romania for investigation. Like, mate, I'm sorry. How fuming would you be? You've just basically a 13-year-old activist for climate change has just convicted apparently self-made alpha. You know.
Yeah. Fuck man, that's
crazy.
That is probably the craziest way anyone. I mean, probably not anyone has got arrested. There's probably some fucking mad ones.
Yeah, but that's up there with at least for the start of the year or near towards the end of it. Like that's such a funny way to start.
Yeah, fucking my internet is shocking. But Paul Breach is essentially this like 40-something-year-old man on TikTok who does like dance videos and stuff like that. And there's rumors that he has in the past.
Oh god.
TikTok star Paul Breach picked up by police as crowds of fans surround him outside pub. So those were the things that were going around on TikTok the other day. But there are rumours, and maybe there are some beans behind those rumours, that he is an actual nonce.
Oh god. Do you know what's so funny? The second you mentioned like
42-year-old man.
Yeah, I knew straight away. I was like, right, nonce.
That's him there. Paul Breach.
Holy fuck, I actually have not seen this person.
Have you not seen Paul Breach?
No, but I'm not very bad, but straight off the bat, yeah, nonce.
So he does lives on TikTok.
I think I did hear about. I think I do. I haven't seen him, but I've seen TikToks. I think the TikToks made about him.
Re-uploads. And stuff,
he invites like younger girls into his
the chat.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're on TikTok live.
Yeah.
You're literally live.
And I think the big rumor going around is that he got a 16-year-old pregnant when he was like late 30s maybe. or something like that.
Ah,
Yeah, apparently so. And he's now got by by the feds. About time. if there's actual beans behind the accusations, then how has this man been let onto a platform like TikTok with a significantly younger audience?
Oh my god.
And it's only ever been picked up now.
I can't get over the fact that he live streams and then invites the younger ones into the Why? What is wrong with you? You abs. Oh.
And apparently he turns off comments as well, but he pretends that he's responding to comments. So he'll be like,
he has his own. He writes his own.
So he'll be looking at it and he'll go, "Oh, Jack, nice to see you, mate." So and like you look at the live chat and there's just nothing.
It's literally nothing.
That's like, imagine if we did the stream for the World Cup that time. It was just like, "Oh wow, KSI's in the chat."
Yeah. Oh hi, Joe Weller. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, Joe Weller, thanks for the
Mr.
the
Beast
donation.
Donated 10,000. Oh my god! Thank you so much, sir.
That's just in every Thursday night. But yeah, no, weird bloke. Well known for singing. Do you know the song Green Grass by George Ezra? So he does his kind of trademark dance is to that song.
Oh.
So poor George Ezra now has this associated with him forever.
Is that what the memes are about? Like, this song is great, but it's been ruined by a 40.
Yes.
I was wondering. I was so confused by that. I hadn't a clue what that meant.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, right?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense now. At least that we've closed the book on that chapter of confusion.
So
but
like my For You page for months was Andrew Tate, then it was Paul Breach, and now it's the fucking the guy, the skibbity bop 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 bop. I hate them all.
but here's a theory: 2 out of those 3 have been arrested. So
I mean, maybe there's a trend going on.
Yeah. What was the thing where it's like if this happens and a celebrity dies or something like that?
Aaron Ramsey scoring?
Yes. So is it if it comes out on Aaron's For You page, you get arrested?
Maybe.
There you go.
Let's hope that
conspiracy theory.
If people are out there that do TikTok, let's hope that none of your videos come up.
You stay
consistently on my For You page, or else you will probably get nicked for something.
Hopefully Anfield agenda.
Oh god. Maybe so. I mean,
no, absolutely no disrespect to Anfield agenda. I just don't like your videos.
I mean,
but again,
maybe he should get arrested for that fucking Paul Scholes opinion. Do you see that?
Oh, man, that is the crazy. Do you know what I'm so convinced, right? He has to know what he's doing. He has to know.
You can't come out with something like Jordan Henderson is better than Paul Scholes, and not be clinically insane. First of all, but like, number 2, actually know that it's going to rattle people and just like know you're going to get a reaction out of it.
Yeah. I'll throw the opinion out there. Do you know on this debate with Gerrard Lampard Scholes?
Yeah.
I do have Scholes at the bottom of that debate.
Yeah. I think most people would.
Yeah. Like and the thing is, like, I don't remember much of Paul Scholes, so I could be wrong. But I don't like. I remember like good play, good games.
Yeah.
But I don't remember great player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I feel like, when you mention Lampard, Gerrard, you can pinpoint the attributes, and yes, you can pinpoint Paul Scholes was a great passer, and he did a decent strike on him. Yep.
He's good at sucking his daughter's toes.
He's fucking very good at that. He's a weird, strange guy.
Yeah. Well, he's just. You know what? Ever since then, he's just. He's a bit of a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
But look, he's made his money.
Who would be your pick in that debate? Actually, now that we've mentioned
my out of those 2, who I think is the best player.
So obviously you're saying Scholes' bottom of the list.
Straight away, but I would go. But Lampard did a good bit as well.
Yeah, I know. Personally, I feel like as like a more rounded player, I feel like Steven Gerrard would be first.
Yeah, I want to put Steven Gerrard first.
Yeah,
but the slip
and the fact that he never won a league, but like he put Liverpool on his back.
Yeah, man, there was times where that man,
like, he was playing with utter shit at Liverpool for, I would say, a good 75% of his Liverpool career. Lampard.
You talk about as well the goal. Like, I know obviously Lampard scored some great goals. Scholes, he probably has scored some great goals.
Yeah.
But like Steven Gerrard has scored like
scorer of great goals. Yeah.
In clutch situations. Now again, there could be. I don't remember off the top of my head. So there's obviously been times where Lampard's done that. Probably Scholes, he's got 1 or 2. But for me, off it alone, I'd have to go with Steven Gerrard, and then Lampard, a very close second, and then Scholes. I would say there's a bit of a gap there.
I think the thing with Lampard is, like, for a midfielder, he was such an amazing goal scorer.
Yeah.
Like, he got there was one Premier League season he got 20 Premier League goals from midfield.
That's mad. Like, that is like people rant about Kevin De Bruyne. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
like he's Chelsea's all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, that's mental. Actually, jeez, I didn't even think about that.
He's a midfielder, like, but I don't think he did the more all-round work than Steven Gerrard did. So, like, when I think of Steven Gerrard's best performances, I think of back to like the 2005 Champions League final against Milan, where he basically dragged Liverpool back into that game by scoring that amazing header. He was back in the 96th minute, tracking back at right back, and he was running up the other end and trying to create chances as well. Like, that is one of that's one of the best individual performances I've ever seen.
And it's like you say, when you talk about players that play for the badge. That man played for the badge.
I use the definition of it.
Oh my god, yeah.
Definition of it. I suppose, now that we've moved on to football, it seems.
Hey. It was always inevitable.
It was always inevitable. I've got one comment on my Instagram, and it's gonna hit very much close to home for me.
Yeah, I think it's if this is the question I think I was gonna ask it if this person didn't ask it.
So all it says is Graham Potter.
Yeah.
Stick or twist. Now, first of all, I'll let you make your comment on it from like an outsider's perspective.
Look, what do I want to say on this? As a United fan, we've had our fair share of managers. Mm-hmm. We've had our fair share of stinky managers.
Yeah.
I can understand the idea that people don't want a case of where you're chopping and changing from managers, because then obviously you get players that are used to one system, and then it's just it disrupts the squad. However, the money that has been spent on the likes of defence, particularly, and you've brought this up, Koulibaly, I have no idea. He was bigged out to be one of the best defenders in the world at one point in time.
One of the best of his generation, people argued,
He is shit. Like, people clown Harry Maguire.
I think he's worse.
That's my hot take for today. Harry Maguire is better this season than Koulibaly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And Harry Maguire's barely played.
In fact. But, look, it's a difficult one, because the thing you remember about Potter is like the great job he did. I do think, and I'm sure everyone agrees, it was fucking madness that you sacked Tuchel.
Yeah.
I have no words, and I'm sure you were the same. No words to describe that sacking.
Yeah.
Like, he was on a bad run of form or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, we hadn't started off the season the best, but it was the start of September,
and he won.
We only played like 6 games.
Yeah, he won you the Champions League,
like in 2021.
Yeah,
not even that long ago.
Like
it was just over a year since he won the Champions League with us.
Yeah, so like, for me, I would give him. How long do you give him? You're 10th now, aren't you?
Yeah, because this is the thing. Because like a lot of people will argue, trust the process.
Yeah,
the process. And obviously, as Chelsea fans, I get that we're not used to a process, right? It's very much hire and fire, quick success, and it's worked. Chelsea are one of the most successful, if not the most successful English club over the last 20 odd years.
I agree.
Since like Roman came in, because you think 2 Champions Leagues, 4 or 5 fucking Premier Leagues, countless cups, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, or League Cup, whatever it was, Europa Leagues, World Club Cup. We won it all during Roman's tenure. Do you know what I mean? That's the chants that are being sung around any stadium the Chelsea playing now, because that's what we have to live for. It's the past. I get that we're used to that quick form success, and we're not used to a process. And I want to back Graham Potter, because like you, I agree. I think he did a fantastic job at Brighton.
Yeah.
I think he's a really talented coach. I like the story of how he's come up, when he was the Ostersunds manager. Kind of like, it's a nice little underdog story in a sense, and now we've always asked the question, what would happen if he's given the tools of a big club like Chelsea? Look, he's not had a transfer window yet. This is his first transfer window. So, you know, you have to give him the benefit of the doubt there. But from a way we play kind of perspective,
Yeah.
you gotta show me a bit more here.
Yeah.
Do you know, you gotta show me a bit more. What's the plan? Like, if we were losing games, and I could see a genuine, project and plan of how we want to approach games,
Yeah.
I'd go, okay, I see what he's doing there. If he's given the right tools, if he's given the right players to put into his system, to mold the team that he wants, we'll give him the time. But at the minute, we look clueless. That's the facts, mate. We look clueless. Again, we're recording this the day after Chelsea have been beaten by Fulham. I had a rant video go up on the channel there this morning.
Very, very entertaining.
Yeah, and, you know, again, the goal we scored was poxy as fuck.
Koulibaly, no less.
Koulibaly just goes in off his fucking knob and goes in, like, do you know, mounts free kick. Do you know what I mean? Like, the 2 goals we've scored in 2023 have been pure poxy. And I get that the players are the same players that have been causing us problems for a long time. But from Potter's perspective, I would just like to see him show a bit more. Yeah. Number one, seeing him on the touchline actually out barking orders, I think he's very boring in that sense.
A bit timid, like.
Yeah, like, and I know, you know, you don't have to be box office like Mourinho or Tuchel jumping around the sideline, but
a bit of passion here.
And that's why I liked his press conference when he kind of hit back at the media a little bit. But I don't see him leading us forward. I really don't.
I think that's the concerning issue. Like, when you look at a manager, the points you made there, like, what's the tactic when things go wrong? Is there even a tactic?
Is there a tactic from the start?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So, like, a team plays a certain way. Like, it's like almost like if a team don't play an expected style, it's a bit like, oh shit, like, what the fuck do we do?
Yeah. An identity.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, when Tuchel came in, okay, results didn't go right immediately, but we said, okay, he's going 3 at the back, he's playing wing backs, you know, overloading when we're in possession, and, you know, that we knew
it's a structure sort of thing.
We knew what Tuchel's identity was, and we know what Potter's identity is or was at Brighton, which is really nice one-touch stuff, interchanges, and we've seen it in flashes at Chelsea, in flashes, but just not often enough. And tell me why Leandro Trossard and Danny Welbeck and fucking McAllister can do it at Brighton, yet Mason Mount, Kai Havertz and Hakim Ziyech and Pulisic and Sterling can't do it at Chelsea.
I agree with you. I think, I suppose another question would be, this is a Chelsea team, I think, that, if you don't mind me saying, is at the minute full of very average performing players.
Yep.
Players who have played well, but recently, like Kai Havertz, fuck me.
I proper dug Kai Havertz out in the verdict this morning. I was like,
bro, there's a clip, I assume you've seen it. It's like he takes a touch, he takes it out wide, like, and it's just he somehow hits it off his other foot.
Yeah, this is when he should have played João Felix in last night.
Yeah. I actually think, as well, on the subject of João Felix, apart from the sending off, I thought he was actually
fantastic.
A very.
Do you know what? The levels were never more evident than seeing João Felix line out beside Mason Mount and Kai Havertz.
It was the confidence and the swagger. Like, he took a touch where he pretty much, like, he spun it through someone's leg or something like that.
Yeah, I think that was like his first one of the game, like, where he goes through Anthony Robinson's legs.
The balls on that lad. Like, I'll admit, I said when we were linked to João Felix, I don't want João Felix. I haven't seen enough of him at Atletico Madrid, but that probably is more down to Simeone than it is him. And you just seen like little flashes there at the Chelsea game of like when he's just let do his thing and run with the ball and go off. Like he's a good signing for you.
Yeah.
But like you said, is the quality around him like? Yeah. And like you say, my question originally was like, because there's a sense of there's players here that's not performing. Do you think it's a case of Potter needs to go, right, this ain't my team. These are lads that aren't able to play the system or don't want to play the system I want to play. We need a big fucking overhaul and bring in players that I want that can play in my system.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to stir the pot of transfer rumours, but obviously Alexis McAllister had probably one of the surprise tournaments at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Played under Potter. He, I assume, will be of interest come summer.
Yeah.
Could you see a move going there? A man who played under Potter, plays his style of football, would be a good signing for you.
Yeah.
Potentially a replacement for Havertz.
Yeah, maybe.
Or
maybe, yeah.
Do you think it's a case of like some? Yeah. So do you think it's a case of you need to start shifting on some of these players that potentially are shit?
Yeah.
And have been frauding.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would agree. Yeah, you need to start to clear out of that deadwood that has been there for a long time. But that's a gradual process.
Yeah.
You're not going to get rid of all the shit and get a whole new team in the summer. That's not how it works, unfortunately.
So,
because you got have the likes of Kai Havertz. We've mentioned them already, but like Kai Havertz, Raheem Sterling, Christian Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech, all on big contracts. Will they want to move on? I mean, some of them, clearly don't want to be here, but are happy with the big fat paycheck they're getting. Mason Mount is looking for $250k a week on his new contract. I tell him 150k max or fuck off.
You're dead right. Like 250,000. Who are we talking that is on that kind of money?
Like, you're talking about the best players in the world.
Yeah, like that's.
I mean, like Ronaldo's on more money now than fucking anyone. But
Jesus, yeah, Ronaldo. I don't.
That's a
whole other discussion.
Yeah, that's a huge discussion.
Right.
As well.
So, Aaron, I think we've danced around it enough. The gun's to your head now. Are you sticking, or are you going with Potter?
I don't see right now what sacking him would achieve. You might get a bounce. Potter's bounce when he came in was the shortest fucking manager bounce I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
You sack him, you bring in a Zidane or an Enrique. They'll probably get more of a bounce out of the team. They'll take you away from the trouble that we're in at the minute. But long term, these players are going to end up staying again and living through another manager. This has happened for fucking years at Chelsea, and like I said, I want to see more from Potter. I want to see him add more to the team. I want to see what his identity is. But sacking him now is not the right call, in my opinion.
I'm going to agree with you. I think, like you say, the man hasn't had a transfer window. You have to remember, he has kind of just inherited players or deals that were pretty much in the works or being done already. I would be interested to see what summer brings. My only concern would be the league position now versus the goal you want to achieve, which would obviously be Europe and Champions League football, like any top 6 side. What I'd wonder though is potentially would it be a good thing for Chelsea to not qualify and just say, look, we have domestic. We just need to focus on form and league, because there was a period of time where I think Manchester United kind of were in the same boat. And look, I'm not saying it did anything, but it was certainly, I feel, a reality check and a wake up call for some of the players there. And I do think, like you say, it maybe potentially benefits them. But I know, obviously, like you say, with Chelsea's history, will they stand for that? Will they stand by Potter, given notorious?
Yeah. Well, you see, here's the thing: Todd Bowley, the new owner, he put his fucking balls on the table when he sacked Tuchel.
Yeah.
So now he's like, oh, I'm going to bring in Graham Potter.
Yeah.
And I think he's got to back him now. If he's any sort of a man, he's got to fucking back it.
Yeah, like you say, I feel like the decision to sack Tuchel in itself was mental.
It's mind-boggling, bro.
It just makes no sense. Like you say, because it's such a big decision, you kind of have to stick by it or say, look, I fucked up here. I'm going to just take my bag and go. You know?
Yeah. Because you have to look at the signings that Bowley made. Like, you're talking about, there could be potentially a big summer for Chelsea, but like, we spent like over 200 million in the summer on Koulibaly, Raheem Sterling, Marc Cucurella, Wesley Fofana, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. None of them have performed.
Oh, geez.
And if you look at me now, we've actually gotten worse
than you had
than we were last season.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Like Aubameyang was never going to fucking work.
Aubameyang was crazy.
Never going to work. Wesley
was
Fofana has promise.
He's just injured.
He's always injured. He was always injured at Leicester as well. It's like Cucurella. Again, we're signing players off one good season.
Yeah.
Kepa was the same. We signed Kepa off one good season. Now we're stuck with the cunt.
And now
he should have been gone.
He is.
Koulibaly on paper would have been a good signing 5 years ago.
Yeah, Koulibaly, for the price you paid 5 years ago, is the signing of this summer.
Yeah.
Of the year. Like
I think Raheem Sterling's a bit of a fraud, if I'm being honest, man. And I've had a go at Raheem Sterling.
I've said this before. I never see a whole lot. I see Raheem Sterling score tapping. And I know people say, "Oh, Ronaldo scores tappings and Messi scores." At least they do extra.
Yeah.
I do not see enough from Sterling.
Yeah. Like, what are Sterling's traits? Picks up the ball. He's quick.
His run.
I think his trait is run. Yeah. We've made fun of that here before.
Profited off it.
Yeah, we fucking have. The dribbling ability is not great. Finishing ability is very poor.
And for a player who loves to cut inside as much as he does,
yeah,
and take his man on.
I think he's just been very fortunate that he's had the kind of creative players around him that he had at Manchester City.
Yeah, he had so big names to hide behind.
The two Silvas, Bernardo and David, Mahrez, Foden. He got so many goals thanks to them lads. And let's be honest, he should have got more. He missed so many sitters for City as well, and he still scored a halfful. But absolute fucking fraudulent behaviour.
Fraudulent.
But, like, I think what would be an interesting look would be if you actually looked at Chelsea's transfer history over the last 5-6 years and go through them all and say, right, who's been a success? You'd say Kovacic.
Yeah.
You'd say Thiago Silva.
Yeah, that was the one.
Chilwell, but he's always injured.
Chilwell has had really bad. He gets like long-term injuries.
Yeah.
Like
Mendy for that first year or two, but he's washed now.
Yeah, he's fucking amazing that time. Who the fuck else?
Who else? Like, look at it. Timo Werner, Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
Fuck me, like Jorginho. This. It's just been bad for a while now, our transfer policy, and we got rid of Marina Granovskaya and Petr Cech in the summer by bringing in Todd Bowley as well, and the club's a mess. It's going to be a long time before we see Chelsea back competing, and that's just the
that's an Aaron Kelly official statement.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time. I said in the verdict 5-6 years before we see Chelsea back competing, because this is a huge transitional period now, because back in the day we knew if it was Roman Abramovich, Graham Potter would be sacked by now.
Gone. Long gone. The office would be cleared.
He'd be gone, Chelsea'd have a new manager in, and we'd be back fighting for top 4. But ultimately, it'd be papering over the cracks.
Yeah.
And, that's just my opinion on it. Still love the club. Still
always.
Love the club. And this is why I feel so passionately about it, because, you put your heart and soul into supporting the club, and, to see it being run badly is just like...
Oh, ball breaking.
Yeah, and you know that more than anyone.
Oh, God, I do.
But we mentioned it already. Just a quick word on Cristiano Ronaldo, actually. Signing for Al Nassr. I mean, you're probably relieved to see him go.
Yeah, I think we said it before. The interview was the final nail in the coffin. Like,
it was, yeah.
It highlighted just like how desperate this lad wanted to leave this club. I will always love Ronaldo. He's my favourite player. I've made no secret of this. It's just really, I don't know. It's like it's such a weird transfer to see him go there. Now I don't know if you've seen as well, but apparently they're talking about this Saudi team are talking about making some crazy like signings, like talking about bringing in like basically players that are going to have their contract expired and going to build like a kind of
super team
for a fucking super team for the Saudi league. Like I don't know the list of players, but I'll try and find it and I'll send it on. But it's just such an obvious like money move.
Yeah,
he chatted saying, I've had clubs in Europe looking at me for it. Like, nah, don't lie, because if any club in Europe had any interest in him, there's no way he goes to Saudi.
Yeah.
Like,
did he give up? Has he given up? Has he accepted that he's done? Because we thought like Ronaldo is that kind of mentality monster that he might never accept that he's done.
Yeah.
But has he finally said, you know what, I'm washed here? Do you know what I mean?
I'm wasted. I think he has. I think in his deep heart of hearts, he's sure he just watched his main rival win the World Cup.
Yeah.
He's going back to Paris Saint-Germain to play Champions League football. He's playing alongside Neymar, Mbappe, other huge names at PSG.
Yeah.
Ronaldo is playing, and then no disrespect, but just if we put it in context of the quality of the players, the Saudi league just hasn't got that.
No.
So you just think he has to have gone, look, I've this is my only choice. Yeah. And I think it was a move to potentially, as weird as it sounds, I think it's saving face. It's him, and like you say, he's that mentality monster. He doesn't want to give up football and say, look, I'm done. I've just had a really bad interview. I've exposed United and the club. It's a bit toxic. I don't want to end on that. I'm going to go play in Saudi for like a year or two and make a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
I do think though he has accepted it's a done deal.
Yeah, and like I said in my TikTok that time, like he must have been absolutely sure that there was nothing coming in from Europe, because I feel like even if even if like Sporting Lisbon came back and he was to end his career there, I think that would have been a nice end for him. But maybe they did, and they just didn't offer as much money as Al Nassr. You don't know. We'll never know.
Though, I'm sorry if that's the case. Like, that's such a shit way to do it. Like you say, the storybook ending for a player who's had as good as a career he's had is to go to Sporting. Like, and I'm not sure about, does Ronaldo need the money?
God knows.
Does he? Exactly. He doesn't need the money Saudi are playing him. I'd honestly, and I suppose a different character and a different position, maybe I'm not in his position, if it was me, fucking hell, I'd go back to Sporting. I'd say fuck it. Like, and again, Sporting Lisbon, not a potentially
still be playing in the Champions League.
Exactly, and not an easy league season. You've got a league, you've got a domestic cup, and then you have Europe as well. That's 3 competitions, 3 potential chances to win a title.
Yeah,
and you've gone off to Saudi again, has a chance to win a title, but I just don't feel it will be.
Won't have much meaning to it.
Exactly, like it's basically a trophy you've won, but the only thing you've got is your money at the end of it. Like, I mean, I don't know if you've seen, but the wife and the kids, they're not exactly happy with the looks of it to go to Saudi Arabia.
No.
I mean, Saudi Arabia apparently talked about changing marriage laws just to allow him to play there.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the whole move.
It's so weird,
It doesn't make sense, like.
Yeah.
But look.
Maybe we don't know. Maybe it was his only offer and he didn't want to end it. And chances are it probably was his only offer. Like he says, he got offered clubs around Europe. I just think he is that strong of a mentality monster. He probably would have picked, if even a half decent European club, if he was still playing in Europe, I think that would have done him. But I feel like Al Nassr was probably the last resort, unfortunately.
It have to have been. Like you say, I swear he made an interview or a comment where he said,
"When I end at the top."
Yeah, I'm not. I think he almost even went as far to say, "It's like I don't think I'll be playing in Saudi Arabia." Like,
he did, yeah. I think he said it in a Jonathan Ross interview from 2015, and I feel like he mentioned it in some sense on the Piers Morgan interview
exactly.
as well.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
So it just seems like he was holding out for an offer.
It just wasn't coming.
It just wasn't coming. It was never going to come. It was never destined to come.
Yeah.
But of course, I mean, no disrespect to him. I think he's still had a great career. I won't take anything away from him. But I just think, in the context of, like, we talk about the GOAT discussion, I think that's over. We talk about his playing career, I think that's over. Yeah, look, maybe we see manager Ronaldo. Maybe it's time to stop looking at him and start looking at Cristiano Ronaldo Jr.
Yes,
which
indeed.
is
that's a bit messy for him now, because obviously wherever Cristiano Senior goes to play, he joins whatever academy. So he's obviously left Manchester United's academy now. Is he going to join? Do Al Nassr have an academy?
Do they even have an academy?
That's what we want to know. I mean, surely they do.
Maybe, or like a development program where they can send potential youth players out to other countries and fly them to and from or something. Yeah. We don't really know how it works, but again, it just highlights the unusualness of the deal.
Yeah,
it's so little known about this league, and
it's a strange one. All right,
it is.
It's a strange one. Let us know your thoughts on that one in the comments if you're still with us at this point in the podcast. An hour and 42 into the recording. I know that'll be cut out for various reasons. For various comments and various toilet breaks as well. But I think one thing we're going to maybe end the pod on is obviously we've hit the milestone of 100 subs, like we were saying. And I suppose, what does this mean for the future of the pod? I mean, obviously, are people going to be expecting us to upload a bit more often? Because we upload maybe one podcast every 2 or 3 months, and I think we've been very open with the audience in that we say, look, we kind of record it when we can. Would it be fair to say we could go for like a once a month type thing?
Yeah, I think. I don't mean to, say anything, But I do feel like once I am finished college, the calendar pretty much is free. But I do think as well there is a bit more leeway this semester for that. So I think it's a lot more doable to say we do it a month or every month or every second
it could be like
month.
the end of every month or something. It could be like a little wrap-up thing. Because like, even if you're doing it like once a week, I'm not saying we won't have things to talk about, but like you have longer episodes like this where we've had a build-up of content that we can just like hash out.
Off,
so I feel like that's probably the best way to look at it going forward. Maybe like expect one like at the end of every month or something along those lines. That's probably the way to put it. And you know, we say we commit to doing it in the studio and all that kind of stuff because you guys like the visual aspect of it. I know you're not seeing it at the minute, but you know, Danny was even saying it. We have clip-on mics. You could meet up in fucking anywhere, just somewhere random place, and just fucking hash it out outside, even like, if the weather is good, like, you know.
Come the summer.
Yeah, exactly. Like go on a fucking hike or something.
Exactly.
Cornhill. And
we sit on the hill and just be like, so lads, here's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, and I was going to say, like, with this charity match coming up, it could open the door for me to do a bit of scouting and find some guests for the show as well.
I will open it up if you are, if you get a recording, or if the game is recorded, or if it's live.
The game is being recorded, yeah.
I will offer my services to perform match commentary or highlight commentary.
Yes.
If you wish.
Yes.
A reaction to
that would be brilliant. Analysis of the game.
There you go. A sort of a Sky Sports style.
Yeah.
Where
so we're going to stop it there.
You look at Aaron Kenny's position here.
He's supposed to be centre back, but he's up front.
Protein bar has gone through him. No, we're not speculating anything.
But so listen, this has been a chonker of an episode, but I think, listen, these are going to be probably the episodes going forward once a month, and they're going to be long episodes, so you know
expect it.
Yeah, well done, and you know,
thank you very much.
Look forward to that. And hopefully see as many of you as possible out in Blanchardstown on March 18th.
You need to get out there, lads. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, there'll be more information coming out, I'm sure, in a couple of weeks to do with tickets and all that kind of stuff.
I'll be there with a drum. Just come find me. I'll be wearing with the orange and yellow what's it called, flares.
Oh yeah,
you can come down and find the Crinkle Bottom Ultras. And
the referee's a wanker.
Send him off. Send him. Oh, no, did you see actually the chant that Portsmouth did? We've got the ball. Every time they got the ball, every time they lost the ball, they turned it. We lost the ball. That's what we'll be at, lads. We'll be there in the corner.
Yeah, love it. So listen, lads. Thank you so much for washing. He had to get one. Thank you for washing the clothes. Watching and listening to the episode. I'm gone.
It's fumbled.
It's fumbled. The bag is gone. Listen, thank you so much for being here with us here today, and we look forward to seeing you again in probably a month's time. So,
fingers crossed, a month's time. We're aiming a month's time.
A massive thanks to Mr. Grievach once again for
coming
over and recording. And thank you for watching and listening, and we will see you in the next one. Good luck.